Optimizers Unlimited presents Episode 38, 1,000 Marbles Told by Bryan Orton. Lost time is never found again. Benjamin Franklin. Have you ever come across a piece of advice that is so good, it's life-changing in how it impacts you and changes your whole perspective? The older I get, the more I enjoy Saturday mornings. Perhaps it's the quiet solitude that comes with being the first to rise, or maybe it's the unbounded joy of not having to be at work. Either way, the first few hours of a Saturday morning are most enjoyable. It gives me time to think and reflect. A few weeks ago, I was shuffling toward the backyard patio with a steaming cup of coffee in one hand and the morning paper in the other. What began as a typical Saturday morning turned into one of those lessons that life seems to hand you from time to time. Let me tell you about it. I turned the dial up to listen to a Saturday morning talk show where I heard an older sounding gentleman with a golden voice. You know the kind. He sounded like he should be in the broadcasting business with his amazing voice. He was telling the most fascinating story about 1,000 marbles. I was intrigued and stopped to listen to what he had to say. Let me tell you, this helped me crystallize my perspective on personal priorities. Here's what I heard on the radio. You see, I sat down one day and did a little arithmetic. The average person lives to about 75 years. I know, some live more and some live less, but on average, folks live about 75 years. Now then, I multiplied 75 by 52 and I came up with 3,900, which is the number of Saturdays that the average person has in their entire life. Now stick with me, I'm getting to the important part. It took me until I was 55 years old to think about all of this in any detail, he went on, and by that time I had lived through over 2,800 Saturdays. I got to thinking that if I lived to be 75, I only had about 1,000 Saturdays left to enjoy. So I went to a toy store and bought every single marble they had. I ended up having to visit 3 toy stores to get my 1,000 marbles. I took them home and put them inside a large clear plastic container in my kitchen. Every Saturday since then, I have taken one marble out and given it away. I found that by watching the marbles diminish, I focus more on the really important things in life, such as friends, family, and my purpose in life. There is nothing like watching your time on earth run out to get your priorities straight. When I started this, I figured the marbles would last forever and it might not have such an impact on me. I was completely wrong. This has been a wonderful silent guide encouraging me to use my time to the fullest. This morning, I took the very last marble out of the container. I figured each Saturday I make from here on out is a little extra time I've been given. I certainly want to make the most of this by doing things that make a difference. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that each week I think about a person who I'm grateful for, inspires me, or makes a difference in the world. If possible, I hand deliver the marble that week to them and express my sincere appreciation of them. If they live far away, I mail the marble out to them with a little note explaining what I'm doing. You'd be amazed at the ripple effect this has had. I feel great showing my gratitude and appreciation for another person, and they seem to genuinely be touched by the gesture. You could have heard a pin drop on the radio when this fellow signed off. He gave us all a lot to think about. As every Saturday passes, a marble is being taken away from us, whether we recognize it or not. Make your time on earth count by using your precious marbles wisely. Ordinary people spend time. Great people use time to its fullest. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Thank you. Have a great day.